He was a very fair and open business person. He did not play games, and he liked to be upfront and solid about it. If he didn't have an answer, wasn't just sure when a shipment of lumber or something was going to arrive, he'd have it back to you in a couple of hours after he checked on when it was exactly going to be here. You'd know. Communication was always great. Our company was never involved with cost of product that we needed. It was service of the product that we needed most. We needed it when we needed it, and we needed it in the quantity we needed it, and that sort of thing. And that's what the Copps, how the Copps drew us into their midst, and we've never been able to get out.
Copp's overall success can be attributed to their ability to look after the customer's needs and provide absolutely the best service in town. From the day I worked there until today, when I have no real association business-wise with Brayl, I still know that he looks after his customers. I go to my office very early in the morning, and I see his trucks at 6:30 on their way loaded up going to customers' job sites, because I know that his builder customers need to have the material there when they want to start work at 7 o'clock or 7:30. And you just don't see that from the others in town. And I know that you just take that kind of thought about service and caring about the customer and looking after what the customer requirements are that have kept them ahead of the pack in London.
With the arrival of the big box, really energized Brayl. He got right back into the business. He took it as a personal goal to make sure that not only the business was going to continue, that it was going to be re-engineered to what it is today. You know, it's probably because of this, it's the most successful it's been in the history of the company.
For starters, how he has successfully competed against the big box stores that have come in here. They've a great influx of them in the last few years, and particularly in his business. And he's done that with creativity and a great imagination and innovation. It's a tribute to him.
Brayl is really a consummate partner. He is into every part of the partnership, and he wants to know all about it, and he wants to participate in it. To the extent that Brayl and Marge were in Florida on holidays while we were doing some construction, and Brayl had somebody come to the construction site every day and take a photostat and had it emailed to him in Florida. A lot of the time, he knew more about what was going on at that construction site than I did, and I was here in London. He definitely brought a business perspective, but he brought a lot of humility and understanding at the same time. So it was a great combination, and a great help to the hospital.
St. Joe's hosts an annual dinner as part of its fundraising initiatives. The year that Brayl was president, we invited Mordecai Richler to be our keynote speaker. This was right after he had published the book, O Canada, O Quebec, and it was a very timely political issue. Well, the night of the dinner, we had record attendance. There were over 600 people. Mordecai was sitting at the table with Brayl and Marge and some of the Copp family, and I was sitting at another table close by. Just before Mordecai was to go up to speak, Brayl came over to our table and said, "Hey, guess what?" Mordecai passed on his chicken dinner in favor of a series of doubles. and I may have to speak for him. Well, Brayl smiled and laughed and twinkle in his eye, and we knew he meant it. If he had to rally, he would. But fortunately, Mordecai did rally, and Brayl didn't have to give the keynote address. But he handled everything with such good humor and fun, and the evening was a great success.
Right from the start, Brayl has been a junior achievement fan, and he liked atmosphere of the young blood in there wanting to learn about business and wanting to learn, you know, the pros and cons of selling.
His passion was evident as he talked about it, and he would phone us up and say, I am bringing a donor to visit the place. I want them to walk through the crowded rooms to see the chapel fill and overflowing with cots. I'm bringing my daughter and my son-in-law down. They're in from Calgary, and you know, I want them to see what I'm involved with. But also as a mentor, because there were times throughout that whole project when we would interact with Brayl, and he would say something or suggest something, and I just remember taking note every single time that he said, if we, because following that I knew it was something very key and important that we collectively could look at doing together. And so he was a good mentor in that way.
My father's pride and joy is the family. I have 3 sisters, Stacy, Lisa, Melinda, and we have 9 children amongst us. And he creates everything for us. You know, he wants, there's the family cottage, which he wants us all there, and he wants us all to be friends. And you know, everybody, you know, gets together and they enjoy being together. And it's all attributed to my mom and dad.
Traditionally, the guides don't work on Saturday, but without even asking, they were there at daybreak, and before long they had Brayl out on the river. And as fast as the flies were attached to his line, he flipped them out onto the pool, and all of a sudden he had his fish. And it was a great fish. It was a 36-pound wild Atlantic salmon. And in his true sportsmanlike fashion, Brayl released the fish. I think Brayl's determination to catch that fish is symptomatic of the way he faces all the challenges in life, whether it be business, personal, or community. With that commitment, that he generally succeeds.